and huge incentive not only for the employees, also for the employer. So this clearly shows that going forward, employment generation is going to be one of the key challenges for the central and the state government. And I would say that that's a very good step, that it incentivizes both the first-time employees as well as the employers to create more employment. Apart from that, I would say that there was a lot of funding which is going to go in the urban infrastructure. They have said that almost 10 lakh crore they are going to give for urban housing. And I think that's something which is something very, very new and bold which has come out in this budget. Urban infrastructure. Energy security, I would say that the step is definitely in the right direction in order to support the development of modular nuclear power plants. And I think that is something which the entire world is talking about. And it is a must, especially for a country like us where practically 70% of our energy comes from fossil fuel. And for a country like ours, where we are talking about make in India and make for the world, we are going to be at a very big disadvantage because our energy mix still is predominantly fossil fuel. And I think this going forward will make the industry competitive, because when we talk about exports, every country is talking about carbon-based mechanisms to adjust the costing. So the Indian exporters will be at a very big disadvantage because our energy source predominantly is carbon-based. So I would say that step was really very good. Apart from that, I would also say there was a lot of talk as far as the MSME is concerned, and I think a lot of measures have been taken in order to support the MSME, which basically is the backbone of the country. So overall, I would say they have touched upon a lot of aspects. And one more thing, the R&D, incentivization for R&D, I think that is a must for us to become self-reliant and independent, because today R&D is not kind of incentivized as such. So I think this will be a very good step for us to create our own technology development initiatives and be completely independent in far as technology reliance is concerned. So that is from my side.
Is it industrial friendly and government friendly budget?
I would say so. I would say so, because today, if they are giving incentive, training, incentives for a lot of people, and I would say it's quite an industrial friendly budget, although today I would say that apart from the industry side, the government is also going to spend a lot of infrastructure, which indirectly creates a huge momentum. This 10 lakh crore that they have, earmarked for urban housing. If you look at it, that 10 lakh crore will lead to a lot of development of infrastructure, a lot of business generation, a lot of opportunities for employment for people. So I think they are talking more and more about, PPP more, how we can take the country forward.
Abhishek wants to.
Yeah.
FM in a statement said that they will facilitate special financial support through multilateral agencies, arranging 15,000 crore in the current financial.
You are right then.
Multilateral arrangement, they won't give free of cost, no? It's a soft law.
Abhishek, you want to say something?
Good afternoon, everyone. I feel the budget was quite balanced and all-inclusive, keeping in view what they have been doing for the last 7 years. And they have followed their principle of fiscal prudence by, keeping the fiscal deficit at about 4.9%, and the next year target is 4.5. So I think that is a good step for the economy in general. Also, I think the theme for this year's budget was, focus on women, youth and the poor. Youth in the terms of the employment generation, the schemes for the employers to, generate more employment, and for the poor in terms of the housing that, they have announced 3 lakh houses and about 10 lakh crores of urban housing. And for the women also, they wanted to, reduce the tax for the buying of the homes, etc. So I feel the inclusive budget, and I feel that it will be good for the economy in the long term, and we should focus on that. And a lot of focus has been on the MSME sector, growth for the MSME, and incentives for the MSME. And as you all know, MSME is the largest generator of employment in our country. And as my colleagues already pointed out, that the multiplier effect of MSMEs are huge compared to the big companies. So I feel that in the long term, this budget will definitely help the economy on the whole. And also, as the President already pointed out, that for the state also there was a lot of incentives and supports provided, and I feel that this will definitely help our state to grow and become stronger in the future. Thank you.
I think one subject that I would just read, the marine, they have special focus on marine exports, which is one of our biggest APs, this thing, reducing BCD on feed and other brood stock, which will definitely bring our product to be much more comprehensive, much more better than, so I think that's also one topic I missed.
I request Shankar or Anil Bezwada to talk on corporate tax and other. Yes. Anil, come here. Meantime, Anil, you can come.
Chennai Vizag corridor. It's a long time spending. So any boost to the industry, any advantage?
Yeah, definitely.
It will definitely be an advantage. I think yes, it has been announced already 2 budgets back, but I think it's been not spoken about in the last 2 budgets, but it's come back to the forefront. So hopefully once that corridor starts, the whole area will improve. I think we have the ports, we have the roads, the whole infrastructure will improve.
Two hubs they have mentioned.
Just to add to that, the government is planning to set up this industrial park with plug-and-play infrastructure in nearly 100 cities. So I think that would also definitely add to the growth of the industry.
So no mention
We can
of
ask
the
Pradeep to talk on the
no
construction.
mention of disinvestment objective.
I think there was a total silence on disinvestment.
That's
Yeah,
good.
but
That's good as per
It's good or
our
bad,
current
it's
condition of
relevant.
Visakhapatnam.
It's a good or bad is.
Because of Visakha Chennai Industrial Corridor, the advantage for us is about 5 ports are connecting from Visakhapatnam to Kakinada area. All the 5 ports will have a better connectivity, logistic costs and all these things can come down. At the same time, when you have connecting all these things, whatever the land banks available around this one, both sides of the roads, entrepreneurs can go and put their industries. It will be a very good move for the entire Uttarakhand and East and West Godavari districts. It's all 5 ports are going to flourish like anything. There are a lot of employment activity, economic activity is going to happen in this area because of the CIC.
Imports and exports already political customs exemption minerals కొంత 25% ఇది ఎలా ఉంటుంది ఓన్లీ ఇండస్ట్రీ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్స్ అండ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ
డెఫినెట్లీ అండి ఇప్పుడు మినరల్స్ న్యాచురల్ రిసోర్స్ కాబట్టి డెఫినెట్గా గవర్నమెంట్ వాళ్ళు తెలిసిన దాని ప్రకారం ఎందుకంటే ఇదన్నీ ఇంటర్నేషనల్ మార్కెట్ని బట్టి మన వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ ఎగ్జామ్షన్స్ తగ్గించమా పెంచమా అనేది చేస్తారు. సో ఇంటర్నేషనల్ మార్కెట్ ప్రకారం చేశారు కాబట్టి ఇవి మంచి అవకాశాలు ఉంటాయి. ఇవే కాకుండా కూడా రేపు ఇది అయిపోయిన తర్వాత కూడా మా ఉద్దేశం ఏంటంటే గవర్నమెంట్ అగ్రి ప్రోడక్ట్స్ కూడా దే వాంట్ టు సపోర్ట్. ఈరోజు కూడా కంట్రీలో చాలా రైస్ అనేది చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉందండి రెడీగా. సో అది కూడా ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఈ ఏరియాకి సంబంధించి ఒక విధంగా రైతు కూడా మంచి ధర వచ్చింది రైతుకి. ఇంటర్నేషనల్ మార్కెట్ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేయడం వల్ల కంట్రీ ఆల్సో గెట్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఫారెన్ ఎక్స్చేంజ్. ఇట్స్ గుడ్ మూవ్.
He wanted to speak about
మన దగ్గర ఆల్రెడీ హబ్ కూడా we have a tech zone.
Our infrastructure vision was there. I think the chairman had already mentioned about 10 lakh crore. Chairman had already mentioned about 10 lakh crore being allotted to uplifting the urban poor. So PM Awas Yojana lo దాంట్లో 2.2 lakh crore directly central government నుంచి వస్తుంది. The rest through interest waiver as such. అది కాకుండా 100 cities కి వాటర్ మేనేజ్మెంట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ అవి అనౌన్స్ చేశారు. అండ్ అన్ని స్టేట్స్కి కూడా స్టాంప్ డ్యూటీ ఫర్ ఉమెన్ తగ్గిమని చెప్పారు. సో దిస్ ఇస్ అ గుడ్ మూవ్ టు ఇంక్రీజ్ ద నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ హౌసింగ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఫర్ ఉమెన్. అది కాకుండా ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ విషయానికి వస్తే లాట్ ఆఫ్ funds allotted for rural infrastructure, almost 2.66 lakh crore allot చేశారు. అది కాకుండా being from AP, we already are gifted with a few benefits already mentioned before. Yeah, that's it.
Request Anil Bejwada to talk on tax structures.
This budget on taxation front, very welcoming budget, because the FM told they are going to simplify and overall the whole Income Tax Act 1961. It is very welcoming measure. The government is focusing on the dispute resolution also. They want to bring the SOP for reduction of the income tax disputes, and being the government largest litigant before the court, they have increased the monetary limit for filing the appeals by the department to a largest extent. Before it was 50 lakh, now it is 60 lakh before the tribunal. Before High Court, it was 1 crore, now it is increased to 2 crore. Before Supreme Court, it was 2 crore, now it is increased to 5 crore. Thereby, now government wants to withdraw their appeals before the various courts. The amount is less than these limits. So the litigation is going to be reduced to largest extent. Thereby, ease of doing the business will increase. And the startups, government announced
the consultants, tax consultant.
It is also welcoming measure.
He is heading our taxation part.
Personal taxation will also government save some tax liability, so it will enable the middle class people to left with some more amount for the investment or for expenditure. And the other biggest benefit, they want to come out with the dispute resolution scheme, where they want to waive the liabilities, amnesty scheme. In the GST, our GST bill just got uploaded in the website, Union Budget website, wherein the government granted the amnesty scheme for the GST also. So, for majority of the cases, they want to waive the interest and penalties. So, compared to the last 5-6 years, not only from the point of Andhra Pradesh, as a overall the tax regime in the country, this budget is better than all the previous budgets.
So mostly at concentration, right? Samanya taxation. So how it is overall, as a common man budget or overall, what do you think on that?
Common man, finance minister made a significant statement. The GST reduced the tax incidence on the consumer. This is the true statement. You can compare the essentials rate of taxes before the GST, total tax incidence, after the GST, the tax incidence got reduced. So in common man's front, last 5 years they took significant steps to reduce the tax incidence.
So now I request Shankara Garu to talk on infrastructure and other related aspects. ఇక్కడికి వచ్చాను సార్.
ఇక్కడికి వచ్చాను.
ఇలా వచ్చాను.
Thank you, Chairman. And already I think Chairman has articulated and others have articulated, but specific to the infrastructure, I think this is a pro-infrastructure budget looking directly and indirectly. When I say directly, I think 100 clusters of industrial parks are going to come up on a PPP mode, which is a very good one for the private investment. And it's a collaboration with the state and the center. So definitely it will improve the ecosystem of the industrial parks across the country. That's number one. Number two, national infrastructure pipeline is there, 111 lakh crores, which was announced in 2020, which is continuing right now. As a part of that, I think for this year, 2025, 11.11 lakh crores, which is almost 20% of that, is being done. And then another next one which will come up is in the next 5 years, that NIP is for next 5 years. So that's the way all infrastructure sectors, which are almost 38 subsectors are there, which will all grow. So that is the second point which we have. And the third one is actually, trying to put the urban poor housing so that, housing sector will improve. That for that they have allocated almost 10 lakh crores. And indirectly, if you look at it, AP government, I think for the capital, 15,000 crores. This is also for the investment of the infrastructure. Then the more important one is the corridor, Visakhapatnam, Chennai, Bangalore corridor, which is up and running. I think that will be completed very fast with the present, what has been announced in the finance bill. You'll get more water supply and other road connectivity, drainage system. This is the infra which will grow there in the corridor from Visakhapatnam to the Chennai and Chennai to Bangalore. So similarly, if you look at it, even for the Bihar, if it is there. So that's how the infrastructure, it is direct, indirect, a lot of action is there. And the main emphasis, if you look at it, the whole game is NIP, National Infrastructure Pipeline, which I think for the next 5 years will be there and across the country, and especially for Andhra Pradesh. I think it's a tremendous move. Our infrastructure will grow in a much better way. Thank you.
So at a point,
Yeah.
there was mention about transformative redevelopment of cities for the top 14 cities, above 30 lakh. Not sure if Vizag qualifies in that.
I think we are about 30, we are definitely.
Less than 30, around 30.
As a city, we are around. For some reasons, it's less than that.
Yeah, it's been 20 from ages. I don't know, they stopped they stopped counting.
They reduce the size of the city also, district as wise.
No, we increased, no?
Physically district
Physically, it is
boundaries
something,
are
but
come down.
technically it is different, lower.
No, but generally 10 lakh crores for housing, 10 lakh crores for infrastructure, 20 lakhs crores is a huge amount of money. Infrastructure will boost everything, it's a huge amount of money.
Actually, the ecosystem will.
I don't even know if they can even spend that kind of money in a 1 year's time. That is
the
really.
moment you put the infrastructure, the manufacturing sector will grow in a much better way, and then other services will grow. So the catalyst is infrastructure. That's the center point.
Also, sir, there was a mention about a new credit system for manufacturing.
MSMEs.
That's for the
Basically,
MSME.
MSMEs taken a front step. They're talking about separate assessment, new assessment system, internal assessment system for giving loans in place of the existing one. Second thing, they're talking about 20 lakhs mudra loan, and they're talking about without any collateral loans can be given to MSMEs. And fourth one is SMA. They cannot be categorized as non-performing and continue to be under SMA for MSME. These 4 steps are really very much needed at this point of time for MSMEs. And also they're talking about some guarantee cover of up to 100 crores for MSMEs. That is very excellent move. And if such guarantee cover comes, people can move forward and invest in MSMEs and take little risk in going forward. And particularly new startups which are coming in this segment can take a little step forward and continue to invest. Cruise tourism, yeah, as Vizag we can attract some cruise. The terminal is ready and we have to we can expect some tourism with the kind of shops they've given for foreign shipping companies.
There the catch is that there is no domestic cruise company.
So that takes time, right? Anything
Hotel is there, that also is a
foreign company. At least he will increase his frequency now. The terminal is that the 100 crore terminal is ready and we are not able to use. But if we can improve the frequency, that at least we need to use the terminal once now. Till now we have not used. That will be helpful.
They have invested as the private investors would not have done it.
Also we have more.
Yeah, they are talking about 60,000 crores of exports out of country, and I'm sure 40% is from this region.
No,
So
we are higher.
We are higher.
East Coast is higher than West Coast.
East Coast, and particularly Andhra, I think 40% contribution to the overall sea exports. And they've given a lot of SOPs in terms of
Brood stock.
tax and other import duty reduction for fish feed and animal feed and all these things.
The new import tax for 26 metals.
Right, that's it. minerals, heavy minerals and some critical minerals, they have reduced the import, particularly lithium and all, can be processed in India. That's also a good move.
But on the whole,
And a reduction of duty on gold and silver is a good move for common man, because gold prices are going very high. 6% to coming to 6% is definitely is very significant move, sir. It's a bold step, and also reduce smuggling. A lot of smuggling is happening. That will reduce now. 6% is no more affordable for smuggling.
but can you say briefly whether the budget at a glance is investor friendly or not?
Sir, budget at a glance is investor friendly. More than that, AP friendly.
Yeah, with the infrastructure spending, that's definitely a very this thing. So I think I was just looking at the NDTV summed it up: cheaper cancer medicines, mobile phones, silver, imported gold, leather goods, seafood, and costlier is PVC flex banners, ammonium nitrate, plastic products, and telecom equipment.
Yeah. But if you link it between mobile phones and this one, they get neutralized. Mobile will come down, but telecom equipment will go. They'll recover the cost.
Give it one hand and take one hand.
So even if you see the tax off,
No, I think at least PVC flex banners. I don't know. Do we really import PVC flex banner?
PVC will come. Import raw material will come. PVC is mostly imported. Increased. Even the taxation, they have given shops of 37,000 crores and they have collected 29,000 crores. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, PVC. Sir, sustainability is one thing. Definitely let us see. Reduction of plastic use is always important for the country or for the globe as a whole.
They are talking of reduction of carbon emissions, but actually this fly ash bricks are not being promoted.
Yeah, existing policies are there for them, sir. Now the roads are being built. Whatever roads which are being built with fly ash are being incentivized. There's particularly this Visakhapatnam, Raipur Vijayanagaram road is being built with fly ash. So there is a good incentive being given to the contractors, whoever, and specifically this road is being built with fly ash. A lot of NTPC fly ash is being moved irrespective.
But I hear there is a clash between MOEF and MOP on this issue. Minister of Power and Minister of
Yes.
It's always.
Sir.
Okay.
So it's good for the state, you said something.
Yes, sir. At least we have been mentioned in this budget. Our names have come. Visakhapatnam name has come. Andhra Pradesh name has come. What else? Polavaram has come. What we have?
The government can
Amaravati name has come.
We can hope that it will continue for the next 5 years, something or the other.
No, two major projects. No, one is the capital, the other one is the Polavaram. So
Amaravati, Polavaram.
Yeah, at least in the finance bill it is mentioned.
Some specific proposals like setting up mega textile park, medical equipment, medical.
Absolutely.
Important.
Digital has not made anything.
Their commitment towards AP Reorganization Act is reaffirmed. That's good. After 10 years, we're getting life for that act.
Not every year they will read them. Rhetoric and on the ground make a lot of difference.
Today, they cannot escape because of our presence in the government, sir. So, it could be more realistic and achieve.
Off the mic, sir.
As an Andhra citizen, we can always take the prize.
I think we can take individual questions after. I think we close it officially.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for the media.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for all the members for making it.
Our government is committed to all-round, all-purveying human resource development, infrastructure, and to make the region an engine to attain Vikasit. On the Amritsar-Kolkata Industrial Corridor, we will support that Gaya This industrial development of the East will also be a good model for developing our ancient centers of cultural economy. This model shall showcase Vikas B, Virasat B. We will also support development of road connectivity projects, namely 1. Patna, Purnia and Darbhanga spurs, and 4. Additional 2-lane bridge over River Ganga and Buxar at a total cost of capital investments will be provided. The requests of Bihar government for external assistance from multilateral development banks will be expedited. Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act. Our government has made of the Podavaram irrigation project, which is the lifeline.
ఎందుకంటే 10 ఏళ్ల తర్వాత ఏపీ రీఆర్గనైజేషన్ యాక్ట్ గురించి ఒక అనౌన్స్మెంట్ జరిగింది. అది కూడా ఒక 15,000 కోట్ల రూపాయలు ఫండింగ్ జరుగుతుందని సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ అనౌన్స్ చేయడం ఇట్స్ ఎ వెరీ వెల్కమింగ్ థింగ్. చాన్నాళ్ళ నుంచి మనం వేచి చూస్తున్న రోజు ఇవాళ వచ్చింది కనుక చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ పోలవరం కమిట్ చేయడం కూడా చాలా సంతోషకరం. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం ఫ్రమ్ ద ఇండస్ట్రీ
Human resource development, infrastructure, to make the region an engine to attain Vikasit. On the Amritsar-Kolkata industrial corridor, we will support at Gaya. This industrial development of the East will also be a good model for developing our ancient centers of cultural economy. This model shall showcase Vikas B, Virasat B. We will also support development of road connectivity projects, namely 1. Patna, Purnia and Darbhanga spurs, and 4. Additional 2-lane bridge over River Ganga and Buxar at a total cost of capital investments will be provided. The requests of Bihar government for external assistance from multilateral development banks will be expedited. Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act. Our government has made of the Podavaram irrigation project, which is the lifeline.
ఎందుకంటే 10 ఏళ్ల తర్వాత ఏపీ రీఆర్గనైజేషన్ యాక్ట్ గురించి ఒక అనౌన్స్మెంట్ జరిగింది. అది కూడా ఒక 15,000 కోట్ల రూపాయలు ఫండింగ్ జరుగుతుందని సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ అనౌన్స్ చేయడం ఇట్స్ ఎ వెరీ వెల్కమింగ్ థింగ్. చాన్నాళ్ళ నుంచి మనం వేచి చూస్తున్న రోజు ఇవాళ వచ్చింది కనుక చాలా సంతోషంగా ఉంది. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం సెంట్రల్ గవర్నమెంట్ పోలవరం కమిట్ చేయడం కూడా చాలా సంతోషకరం. అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం ఫ్రమ్ ద ఇండస్ట్రీ అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం ఇండస్ట్రీ సైడ్ నుంచి విసిఐసి కారిడార్, విశాఖపట్నం చెన్నై ఇండస్ట్రియల్ కారిడార్ మరియు హైదరాబాద్ బెంగళూరు ఇండస్ట్రియల్ కారిడార్ తరపు నుంచి 2 ఇండస్ట్రీ నోడ్స్ని కూడా డెవలప్ చేస్తామని చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఇది కూడా యాజ్ అ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ మనం గవర్నమెంట్లో ఇవాళ ఉన్న మన స్థానాన్ని నిజంగా ఉపయోగించుకోవడం జరిగింది. 11 lakh crores ఈజ్ బీయింగ్ స్పెంట్ ఆన్ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్, విచ్ ఈజ్ చాలా సంతోషకరంగా. ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ స్పెండింగ్ ఈజ్ ద ఓన్లీ థింగ్ విచ్ కెన్ డ్రైవ్ ద ఎకానమీ అండి, మన అందరికీ తెలుసు. సో గవర్నమెంట్ ఈజ్ ఆల్మోస్ట్